What's fucking
Yes, from Mexico. Has has commissioned us to make a club manga.
What?
Wait, what?
Yep. Told you.
Club manga?
See?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Hi.
make
So,
a manga?
Yeah,
For
we're
our
drawing
club,
it.
yes.
manga. We're drawing it.
We currently have $2 and a website to put it up on, free of cost.
Melina, how good are you at drawing?
Okay, God. Huh? What's going on? Yes, of the club and our escapades. So we currently have 2 artists. This one will, if that one will clean up our lines, this one will hurry up. We'll be set. We're also looking for writers, beta taking people, and basically this is reliving Oh My Coward in real life. Sans suicide and gay sex abounding. So hopefully, this is making my series come to reality. Damn. So, if you
You
need,
can help with that.
with my breast or with the manga?
Whoa!
Attention to people of YouTube, if my boobs are big enough, let me know. Anyways, so if you are a writer, artist, person that can color, technical fail,
Or a person who can pump?
I feel like it's
yeah, or a person that can maneuver my boob pump, or knows anyone with a good silicone factory, please give me a holler.
Well, technically we're drawing. But
Yeah,
drawing
technically we
you.
have 2 artists already, but anyone who can like color, who can use these programs, I'd love to ideally get on like a bi-weekly basis, ideally, but I understand that we all have lives and obligations and fap time and stuff like that. So,
I mean, if I get
hey, fap time is a clearly spaced out time of my day.
So, are we following a storyline, or are we just like...
I'm gonna let inspiration take you guys. I mean, obviously if I don't provide enough inspiration for you guys, then I'm not being a very good senpai now, am I?
Currently, there is no storyline, but if anybody has one that they want to apply, we can talk to the writers and work that out. Well, the drawers, because obviously they have to like it and draw it for it to become a manga.
Or we can bypass that entire step and just have multiple creative avenues like short stories. I mean, have one shot if you want. Just don't make it smutty.
Yeah,
No,
we
no,
don't
it's
think
just-
anybody's are seeing that.
We can actually mix it into where we have some manga-like chapter webcomic, however it comes out. Then maybe a chapter that's written and that I image in as a picture.
Sure,
And
why
go
not?
back and forth.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any other questions, you know where to find me.
Woo!
So, Club Manga. And I'd like to get started like ASAP. Note, I have my artist already on it. How's it going, artist?
Fun. We actually met up today.
You are just going to turn into Fujisaki by the end of the semester, aren't you?
What?
I'm just verifying.
She already is on her way. Just give her a little time. She'll be there.
Okay, anyways.
Wait,
We
look.
have drinks for gravitational characters.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Throw away your lemonade.
Let's get somewhat back on track before I completely lose whatever train of thought my drug-induced mind has brought forward to me.
I'm missing somebody.
We're missing a bunch of somebodies.
They're coming slowly. They're hauling their butts up the stairs.
I'm sorry, I heard coming slowly and I'm like...
Really?
Like, I heard coming slowly and was like,
Is it recording?
yeah.
Past 3.5 minutes.
So let me get this straight. Everything you said has been recorded. It's going to go on YouTube,
Yeah.
Yes.
including the thing about your giant breasts.
Yes.
They're giant to you? Is this giant to you?
Smaller than mine.
Anyways, we'll probably edit this part out and keep it in.
We might have to.
Maybe.
No.
Other housekeeping issues. I think from what I know, we're in Treadaway 7RB for the rest of the semester. That does not mean that I'm going to stop posting. Forgive me, today I've honestly been running with my freaking head cut off. So that's why you got to post an hour before the meeting. This will never happen again, or if it does, you can start, tallying score against me and eventually will force me to commit suicide. Eventually.
Yay, sandbox. Or your sand coffin.
Just make sure the Driftlings use all of me. So, housekeeping issues. Anyone who hasn't paid their dues, please pay your dues as soon as possible because we like money and like to do things. Tentatively, we have a bake sale coming up very, very soon. The problem is your president is broke, and I'd like to ideally donate these things so the club can just make pure profit. If we can't, then I will take dues money, and we just have to bust our asses even harder to make the bake sale work. Okay? Okay, the blank starey thing. Okay. Awesome.
Oh,
Sorry. So yeah, nonsense and beauty abounds. Travis is hiding and we need to talk about stuff, so expect to see him soon, hopefully. If you see him, feel free to ask what the math is wrong with him. So what are we talking about today?
Alternate history.
Part
Once
two.
more.
Very good, I'll do. So, for alternate history, what did we learn the first time with alternate history? I'm going to close out his Twitter.
Hello.
Yes, hello indeed. So what did we learn with alternate history part 1?
lots and lots.
Who is that again?
That's
France.
Okay, just making sure.
Did we all, the Unison thing just really happened? Like all the Italian fangirls rise up
I said I'm
simultaneously?
not going to tell you fair girl, I just have
Yes.
to do it.
Anyways, what did we learn with alternate history part 1, kids? Most of you were there.
You learned that
Basically, they can do what they please because it's alternate history.
Yeah.
Now, alternate history is one of those weird, okay, so who remembers transcending genre? Okay, I'll say if you guys remember, you're all getting roundhouse kicks in the face and then do shiny shoes. So, what was my issue with fantasy?
the fact that
It
it's so
covers
broad.
every-
It's kind of a catch-all, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, anything that could be this, but is also this, could be fantasy. Alternate history is kind of a catch-all. So, like, with Full Metal Alchemist, pretty sure, you know, World War II wasn't won by a state alchemist. About 99% sure. I'm pretty sure if Mustang was there, the Nazis might have won. Just saying, possibly.
We agree.
If we had state alchemists, we might not have won that war. Or actually, America never even existed. It was let me see if I know the map still. I know this. I know Mistress is here.
What about Shing
Xing is over here.
and the desert?
Shut up. Xing is over here. This is like all desert area. And then I know there's like another like little desert colony over here and other crap that isn't related. But pretty sure Xing never existed. China. Cough, China.
Yeah, China.
Cough, China. China. You know, these things never really existed, but they present themselves in what key years is FMA happening? What key years is Full Metal Alchemist going on?
Early 1900s.
19.
You're gonna have candy thrown at your head. So we're talking.
I remember in 1960.
Ed was born in 1910, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're starting to see it around 1930 something, 30-ish, possibly 30s.
30, 20s.
That would make
20s.
sense.
Well, the actual series is out. I know, like it ends up being really messed up. Like some parts are replaced, like loosely in the 30s, if I recall. I know for sure the movie is set where? Where's Conqueror Shambhala set?
Germany.
Germany, 19.
Very good. Munich of 1944. Blitzkrieg, nonsense beauty. Huzzah, Blitzkrieg. Can I huzzah that? Probably not.
Probably not.
Sorry, YouTube. So, again, who knows our World War II history? I mean, honestly, Hitalia fangirls, who knows our World War II history? Were there state alchemists?
No. It makes
Totally.
us very sad sometimes.
Which does make us very, very sad. I believe the war would have been completely different if, you know... Were there Ishbalans?
No.
But these ideas came from historical fact. What do you think the Ishbalans symbolize?
Israel, like that area of the world.
Actually, the answer is a little bit simpler than that. Gypsies! Gypsies! Known to their dark skin and piercing blood-red eyes like a bunch of tanned Prussia cosplayers gallivanting around the desert. Like a troop of dark Prussias. Dude, I know one Prussia cosplay that's like my shade. It's like, dude, no, does not work. Does not work. Does not compute. So, what is the difference between fantasy and sci-fi?
Fantasy encompasses everything in sci-fi is science fiction, like involving more science, technology, scientific. I don't know.
You're getting there. Then what is the difference between alternate history and sci-fi? We had this question last semester.
Sci-fi can be more futuristic.
And
Wait, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
that one's more futuristic and
Oh, yeah. That's also.
basically the same. Okay. Not necessarily, because there are plenty of sci-fis that try to attempt to go back. So like, note Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Doctor Who is gallivanting around the past, right?
Through the space-time continuum.
So, the main difference between this, and this is honestly an opinion, so again, may I not be crucified, alternate history at least tries to set up what happened. Sci-fi kind of expects you to deal with it. Fantasy even more expects you to deal with it. It's like my lovely example with the Yowie in World War II and the dragons and all that other nonsense.
I found that one.
Huzzah. It was interesting, wasn't it?
It was.
Wait, which one is that?
It's hard to explain.
We don't remember the name.
That's a fantasy. Because they didn't explain what these dragons are doing here, as opposed to there being tanks and why the Germans have exclusive control of the dragons. We have no idea. It's just there. Now, in alternate history, like, oh, where's Code Geass hiding around somewhere? Where'd you steal it?
It's actually alternate future.
No, Code Geass is no longer an alternate future. Why? Because the date is set August 10th of 2010.
It's our time. Yay!
It's our best.
Hail Britannia? No, pass it around.
I can do.
Shout outs to YouTuber now officially accepted. So this is now officially happening in our time. Now this is an interesting example. This copy that I have is basically Code Geass was set during the Tokugawa period. So there are still giant robots hanging around 17th century Japan.
So it's Kurataisi.
So Amber, as a history major, I'd like your input on the state of giant robots in, Shogunate Japan.
It totally happened.
Absolutely. See, do we have any concrete evidence to support this claim? I mean, I know we found several skeletons and exoskeletons and oil residue left behind from these giant robot collisions. Obviously, this was a
The
samurai.
Japanese Secret Service had those remains confiscated, and they're put
See, I know this was a samurai secret, against hopefully fighting off the Americans during the Meiji era.
How do you think they came up with Gundam?
Absolutely. And that's how you hold a professional-looking interview on something that completely made no sense. So, obviously, by archaeologically finding these exoskeletons of these robots in Shogunate Japan, we can now bridge the gap from past to present. I'm kidding.
Too much
I know.
bullshit.
Bullshit meter has gone too high. Obviously, there were no giant robots in Japan during the Tokugawa period, unless, we might go back one day and find Gundam was real. We might go back. So, at first, Geass was a sci-fi sort of out there, like, no one really knew what was going on. Now, this could be an alternate form of history. I mean, who knows? Maybe, Charles V. Britannia is real, and maybe...
It happened in a multi-dimensional, trans-dimensional
This
world.
is true. You're going to see different themes also in alternate history. Alternate history is going to look at a couple key themes, and I want you guys to think of when these time periods are. What is alternate history mostly playing with? Hmm? Oh my god. Hello? Pretty major, sort of, we can even say technically Hetalia is an alternate history. Kind of. Again, the whole Prussia controversy. What the math are you doing here? Why are you here?
That right there probably makes it alternate history.
Well, it's more historically accurate than any other series that isn't trying to be historically accurate. But for a series trying to be historically accurate, there's a couple major things that they just sort of ignore. Something else interesting with Hetalia, and I want you guys' input on this. The 4 or 5 of us that are diehard Hetalia fans, and those of you guys who at least know what Hetalia is. There are 2 elephants in the room that Hetalia has not brought up that I vehemently protest them not being brought up. And I'm sure fangirls, you know what those 2 elephants are. Do you know what those elephants are?
Holocaust.
Very good. And what's the other one?
It doesn't bring up the Holocaust at all?
No,
No.
never.
No.
They kind of ignore
What's
it.
the other elephant? The atomic bombing. I like my chalkboard. I've missed it completely. Now, those are 2 pretty significant elephants in the room, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, now I did learn in my trip to Germany that there's a recent trend of Germans ignoring that World War II ever happened. Which is quite like the Family Guy clip. We were invited! Punch was served! Unfortunately, it's a reality, so... That was interesting. interesting. Also, do not watch Inglourious Bastards on the Munich Bound train.